How you doing, guys? My name is Philip Crester Atkinson, and I'm a professional gamer on the worldwide stage. My gaming started back in a tournament called ECC, which is from the US. It's in a small location called 8 in the Break, one of the last arcades that are available in the US. It's also one of the longest running arcades. I'm actually the tournament director for it now. I entered one of the tournaments as a young kid. I didn't know what in the world I was doing, and I got, in the fighting game community, we call it bodied. I got destroyed. But people there saw my tenacity, including the owner, and we became friends, and they started getting me into this life, which is professional gaming. I met the owner of EMP, Triforce, when I was in the 2009 World Championships for Soul Calibur 4. I had just lost the World Championship, so I got second place. Now everybody, I was the last remaining US player against the French player who had invaded and managed to get all the way to the grand finals. And when I lost, everyone still rushed the stage and like picked me up and surrounded me. And one of the people was Triforce. He saw my ability and my talent, and he asked me to join on the spot. Now, it took me a little while to look through everything and decide whether I wanted to, but I had a pretty good feeling about it from that moment. And nowadays, my gaming has expanded past that one game. Now, while I'm still proficient in that game, I became a world champion 3 years later in Injustice Gods Among Us. While the last world championship that I won was Injustice Gods Among Us in 2013, I've since expanded to different games, and I'm pursuing on a professional level both League of Legends and Street Fighter 4. A lot of people think that becoming a professional player has to do with how many hours you put in or how hard you play a game for how long. And that's not the case. It's about applying your knowledge and thinking about everything you do. Don't let yourself succumb to your emotions. So if you can understand the principles of a game, whatever game you're playing, whether it be League of Legends, whether it be Street Fighter, whether it be Soul Calibur, anything, and you can understand why things happen and how to recreate them within your opponent, you can become good at any game that you try. And it doesn't mean that you need a large scene to play, because in Jamaica, I don't know how many players there are, but it might be difficult to always find competition. But there are several champions, even world champions out there, who are by themselves out in Ohio, out in Texas, and they have no one to play with, but they sit down and they think about what they can do, and they learn how to apply it and to not break down when the pressure hits. The Jamaican fighting game scene as well as the League of Legends scene are passionate, they're hungry. As far as I can tell, they want to be good on the world stage. Sometimes they don't have the access to get to the world championships, but that doesn't mean that they are not skilled enough to be there. I've seen players here that can challenge even some of the best players, even myself, at a lot of the games that we played. So I would never count them out. My name is Philip Atkinson, also known to many as KDZ, and you're watching the Lab Video Game TV. Our game's never over.